Greetings, fellow Gothamites. Tiki here.
And BlueDragonFive.
And we're back to talk about episode 18 of Fox's retelling of the Dark Knight mythology, entitled Everyone Has a Copplepot. So join us as we venture into Batman's birthplace.
And explore Gotham.
Yeah! BlueDragonFive, what do you think of my death metal Batman voice?
I'm not crazy about it.
You're not crazy about it. Alright. Alright, well, how you doing, BlueDragonFive? This is actually the last Gotham show we're going to do in a while because, this isn't something I'm too pleased with. But show, I don't know, did you know that this hiatus was coming up?
Completely caught me off guard.
Yeah, same here. I was like, what? You know, I'll tell you, though, the thing that worried me was that once we got this episode's title, and I kept looking and I never saw any other titles, and I was like, oh, that can't be good. So, yeah, okay, so we're taking not just a mid-season break, like we took, from the winter to, from Christmas to February or whenever we came back. We're also taking another break from early March until mid-April. Yeah, how about that, BlueDragonFive? How about that? But it's not all bad, is it? Because did we get a good episode to end out on?
Oh, we did.
Yeah, I'm not too crazy about this one.
Well, it just figures.
I mean, don't get me wrong. This isn't like a bad episode by any stretch of the imagination. Because, of course, we don't have any Barbara stuff or anything. But honestly, at this point, me being kind of like a mystery science theater kind of guy, I want the Barbara stuff just to make fun of it. You know what this episode felt like to me? It felt like pretty much the most middle-of-the-road Gotham we've gotten. It's basically like all the ingredients are there. Like, we got Fish, we got Penguin, we got the dynamics going on with Harvey and Gordon. We've got the corruption in the police department, Loeb. No one particular scene really stuck out to me this episode, and I guess maybe that's kind of why I'm not so high on it. I honestly felt it was kind of more of a transitional episode into the more awesome stuff that we're going to get a month and a half from now. So yeah, I'm not exactly thrilled about this episode, but we'll go through it. Maybe my mind will change. All right, so you want to take us right through Everyone Has a Copplepot?
Sure. So we start where we left off last time. So we see Bruce and Alfred in the hospital. Gordon's visiting him. Brings Bruce a bagel for an impromptu breakfast. Alfred hates the hospital food, but doctor's orders. I love how Gordon's so upstanding and break the hospital rule of breakfast for Alfred. Love that.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so basically he's asking Alfred any information about the guy that stabbed him. He's got nothing. Bruce obviously knows. Alfred's holding back some information, and
Alfred basically cuts Bruce off.
Exactly. So Bruce says, "Well, yeah, he's about to say he saw someone." Then Alfred just gives him a look. No, it was like I just remember him come to my rescue.
Mm-hmm.
And Bruce says, "Yeah, he didn't say anything." And after Gordon leaves, Alfred urges Gordon to leave after he gets continuous calls from Essen. I says, "Oh no, I can stay. No, sir, I appreciate you watching over Bruce here, too. But please go.
I'm fine.
Exactly. So Gordon leaves,
and then he has a really good line. He's just like, "You don't set coppers on mates."
I need to find him. It's like, this is personal. I'm gonna find him. And then he's trying to get out of bed. And I love this idea that he's kind of have some Batman-like determination. Such a great reverse.
Yeah.
It's such a grand reverse of the way it's going to be years later. Because years later it's going to be Alfred being on the receiving end of this, saying, "No, you can't go out. You're bleeding to death. You can't go out right now." So it's so funny.
What I really love is that I feel like this scene really sets up Reggie as he's going to come back into the picture at some point, because all of the Bruce and Alfred stuff basically had to do with tracking him down.
Yeah, so I'm definitely thinking we're going to see Reggie again.
Yeah, so I think you and me can both say we're excited about that, because we liked Reggie last episode. The only thing is, we didn't know if he was just going to be a one-off character or not. It appears that's not the case.
So I just loved like how Bruce is caring about Alfred here, so ordering him to stay in bed. The great reversal of how it's going to be years later. It just shows the connection between these two guys.
Oh yeah. So then we get the second episode of the week that opens with kind of a disturbing sort of viewpoint from an eye. I'm talking about Better Call Saul. So yeah, Fish is waking up. She's got an eye patch on, and Professor, what is his first name? His first name Francis. I want to say it's Francis.
Yeah, I think it's that too.
Francis Dahlmacher.
Yeah, it's Francis Dahlmacher.
Okay.
Or just Dahlmacher, depending on your pronunciation. But yeah,
I will always say Dahlmacher.
So we see Dahlmacher here, and he says, you have a remarkable constitution for pain. After she realizes, so I'm talking to the real Dahlmacher here.
Yeah.
Anyways, then she's pumped up, and now she's just ready to negotiate. And I love, of course, the actor playing Dahlmacher here. He's from the first Thor movie. I don't recall his name, but he's been in some other stuff too. He's pretty good. I liked him in this episode. Guy playing Dahlmacher here. I mean, of course, okay. I would have loved Jeffrey Combs to play Dahlmacher, but
Jeffrey Combs has something else in store.
He does. He has something far more horrific in store. This guy's not. This guy's a pretty good Dahlmacher too. It was for his first appearance, I guess. It's not bad. Oh. So anyway, so he says, you have a remarkable constitution for pain. I don't really know what to make of you. I love how interesting he makes the Dahlmacher sound with all his lines. And basically, Fish did all this because she wants to be his right-hand man. And
that's basically been Fish's kind of like strategy throughout this whole series. You know what I mean?
It's funny, if we're going through like Fish's new journey, like her Penguin-esque journey that she's kind of embarking on, because literally she left a pier, similar to the way Penguin did. Some people had to die, especially by her hand, much like with the Penguin. And now, essentially, this is in the phase of Fish's journey, if we're comparing it to the Penguin's journey, where she's making a Maroni, or she's meeting her Maroni-ish person, which would be Mr. Dahlmacher here. And, Dr. Dahlmacher here. And anyway, so she wants to be his right-hand man. I love it. She says, you realize who I am. I'm Fishman. I've worked for Carmine Falcon. So I'm afraid those names carry no cachet here, Miss Mooney. I love this though. He's saying like, yeah, you do have a panache. We'll talk later. Funny thing about I love again, medical stuff is really not my bag, so it really creeps me out. But there's a lot of it in this storyline, so I feel for you, bro. So Dahlmacher here, I love how Dahlmacher makes all these medical speeches sound really creepy. He says, funny thing about, and good actor on this guy. He says, funny thing about eye color. It's really your eye color is really rare, and we're kind of running low on them right now. So I hope you like. I hope you have to sell for what you have, essentially. And then we have our big reveal that Mooney is not without an eye. Dahlmacher. This is a great reveal. I love this reveal. That the Dahlmacher is such a gifted surgeon. He was able to put a new eye in there.
Yeah, really creepy stuff.
And I love how it's like
what really grossed me out?
What?
Was when she first took off the eye patch and she's like slowly peeling the eye open.
You know what I'm really curious about?
What?
I wanted to look back in the episode before to see what color the eye was in that jar. I wonder if it's the same one or not.
Oh, yeah, you should have done that. Right.
Alright, so wow, this guy's good, and he's twisted. So, we see so basically now she has, new perspective. Get it?
Yeah, I see what you did there.
The symbolism being with the new eye, she has new perspective on things.
And then with that, we get our title. So pretty good cold open, pretty decent.
Yeah.
And also, I just want to note that I don't know if this is the first time we've seen this, but the title didn't have the usual music sting of the da 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 da.
Oh yeah, I forgot that. I just assumed it had it, but
I wrote it down. I specifically jotted that down in my notes because it was like a very somber. You saw Gotham.
Let's see. So we got Gordon, Essen, having kind of a classic scene between those two, and then we have Dent in there for a change. Hey, we got Dent.
Hey, it's Dent.
Yeah,
Welcome back, Dent.
Handsome Harvey Dent. We got him back in here. So the reason Dent's there because he's equally as upset, maybe not as equally as Gordon is. And of course, this guy coming back makes me really like this. Flass is factored back in the episode. He's been exonerated. Again, equally corrupt act as basically a guy, well, maybe not as equally, as a guy being stabbed in the back and having it claimed as a suicide. So a guy who was indeed guilty.
Makes total sense.
And a guy who is painfully guilty of that. Murder weapon and confession and all, has been exonerated of that crime and given his job back. So no repercussions whatsoever. And apparently
also being promoted to president or something.
Well, he's being Loeb. We find out. This event has captured Dent's attention. From the DA's office, he's heard like one of the fellow DAs is basically okayed this guy being exonerated and whatnot. Because presumably, I believe Dent's just catching on to corruption in the office because DA just okaying this obviously raised some flags for him. So he goes down to find out what's happening. And because of a witness, he was exonerated. And now, basically, he's being kind of honorably kind of promoted by Loeb. So Loeb is supporting him in his nomination for police president. President's union, the police union president.
Right.
So yeah, I guess like the president of the union for the police. So it does carry some cachet, I guess, with it.
Okay, then is this where we see Flask back in the office?
Well, before that, we have, like, again, just first of all, we get the name drop of, okay, so Loeb's definitely going to be in this episode, which I was just instantly,
right.
Yeah. And, you know me, we got two Gordon bad guys in this episode, two biggies, Loeb and
I mean, I could totally see, like, how for you this episode is, like, a bigger deal than for me, because you're obviously, like, more entrenched in, like, the Gordon mythology and backstory than I am, so I can appreciate that.
Yeah, you know me. I really do like. Peter Scolari as Loeb in this series. I think he's doing a good job. I really do. So anyway, again, he's backing Flass for police union president, which again Gordon's just we find basically Essen points out this is Loeb sending a message for all the stuff he put him through, so he's not happy about it. And then basically she begs, almost pleads with Gordon, telling him, Jim, this is too big. You can't. Just basically almost begging him to let it go. Almost, So then we have.
Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
So then we get a classic. Since we do have Flash in this episode, we have kind of a classic homage to Year One with him in this, and he says, "Hey, Jimbo."
Yeah, I like that nickname. So that's the Year One thing.
Well, basically, call him Jimmy and Jimbo because Gordon hates it when he gets all cutesy with him with the name.
Sure, okay.
So again, technically they were partners in the book. So before, basically he was Bullock in the story, essentially.
Yeah, there's this guy delivers like a lot of good lines. Like he's gloating about like aren't you gonna congratulate your soon-to-be new president?
Yeah, the throw me a welcome back party at tonight. You should come along. I hope that your new president. He has a great line after he says, "Hey, don't."
This cracked me up.
He just looks at him, and Gordon like really I can feel the hatred in Gordon's eyes for this guy. And again, it's just really great. He's just saying, Flash, you don't learn, do you? You still want to take me down. You don't learn. And here's the thing, Gordon. I'm like a phoenix. I'm like rise. Phoenix. I'm going to rise and rise again. Just him saying those lines remind me of classic Flash. It's like classic. It's like classic Flash from Year One of just like he just gets under Gordon's skin so much because he knows he can't really do anything against this guy.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's great. I'm really liking the character. If he keeps saying more over-the-top crap like that, I'm totally on board with it.
I'll bet you he will. I'll tell you one thing, though. I would love it if they have the homage to the scene where he's beating Flash up with a baseball bat. I'd love to see that. Anyways, let's see. If he threatens Tompkins, you know that's going to happen. I'm just waiting for that. That's going to happen.
Oh, yeah. We haven't seen Tompkins in a couple episodes now.
No, we haven't. Which, at least they're pacing themselves with that, so that's good.
Sure. Okay.
Meanwhile, we got Gordon and Loeb. Again, another great Gordon confrontation here. Loeb, I love Loeb in these scenes, especially this one. He's saying, the case is closed. Then Gordon's just coming back at him like, you perverted the system. Petulance and naivete. It's a bad combination. Know when you are beaten, detective. It's funny? I can't remember if he exactly called him detective or not, but just thinking about it kind of makes it. This is kind of Gordon's quasi Ra's al Ghul almost.
Oh God, in a way.
In a way, in terms of this is the guy who's kind of trying to outsmart Gordon at every turn.
Right.
In a way, I mean, not saying he's like literally he's the racial glue or anything, but God knows.
Like he doesn't have a Lazarus pit in the back of the GC.
Oh no! I'm just saying he's kind of his intellectual, the guy who's really Gordon has to play at match wits with here.
Sure.
But anyway, so again, Loeb has a lot of cool lines, and then he says like Gordon's just basically asking him, he's down there because he knows he can't really beat him at the moment. He's just asking like who was the informant, like who's your star witness that got you, that gave you wiggle room to get him out here.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is a great line. He says, your unwavering certainty is undermined by the truth once again. It's basically I love when he says it because it's just unwavering certainty undermined by the truth. Because Gordon always it's such a true line because Gordon is very certain about this, yet Loeb knows the truth, and Gordon is all about the truth all the time. And basically, the truth is undoing Gordon here with like what he thinks to be like no one would ever do this. Oh yes,
sure.
No.
Sure.
And we see it's Bullock on the tape. First of all, I just love it. It's tape. It's still kind of grounding it like the...
Yeah, right. The ambiguous timeline, right.
So he puts a VHS tape in, and we see Bullock on the tape basically saying, I falsified evidence in there or something. Like
and we're just like, oh no, Bullock and Gordon are going to have tension again. Oh boy.
But they go a different direction with it. I really liked.
No, they do. You're right. But, I mean, for a second there, I thought we were basically going to have like the ending of Penguin's Umbrella 2.0.
Oh, you know I love that.
Yeah.
So then we get Gordon and Bullock having a little conversation, and Gordon's just kind of...
Bullock, let's see. I think he says he feels like a herd of cattle after a dance party or something ridiculous like that.
Yeah, something like that. And Gordon kind of cuts him off, saying, like, "Why'd you do this? Don't tell me you didn't, because I know you. This is. Well, I'm not saying that. I'm telling you, that's exactly what I did. Yes."
Mm.
I did what I had to do, because he's got leverage on me. You think you? I love this. Bullock. This is one of my favorite Bullock scenes in the episode. I really love this. He's just. This might be my favorite scene in the episode. This scene between these.
Okay.
It's really good. Again, if it's not a Gordon versus Loeb scene, it's definitely this. It's just Bullock saying, "Do you think you're the only one? You think you're the only one who was ordered to had a gun put in their hand, ordered to do a thing at the docks that you didn't do?" And then I love this idea how they worked this in here. I was really impressed by how they worked in the episode title here. In terms of what only difference is I had the dock orders and my Copplepot didn't come back.
Yeah, because we were definitely speculating, at least I was, that Maroney was going to have the line, and he was talking about Copplepot being a snitch, and so everyone would have a snitch. That's what I thought we were going for. So I really like how they turned that on their head.
Yes, I love that idea that everyone basically the Copplepot being the guy who is basically your maiden breaker in terms of being a cop, like the guy you have to. Well, Copplepot actually is basically it's dirty secret all around. That's what it means. So dirty secret.
Exactly. Right.
The initiative, maiden breaking. You have to kill this guy, and basically that'll prove your worth to the cops. And also, it's a secret. Basically,
a Copplepot is basically like your dirty laundry, your skeletons of the closet.
Exactly, and of course, the other implication of a Copplepot is that then Loeb will have that on you. Mm-hmm. Of course, Gordon does not have that on him, and because he did not kill Copplepot. At first, it was like the whole thing was all secretive, but now everyone knows. So is Copplepot.
Right, yeah.
I just love the sense that now that's the new nickname for it because Gordon caused such a stink about that in the police department that they're saying, "Oh yeah, it's a Copplepot." I just love the idea that he created that nickname. That's why they call it a Copplepot now. Before, they didn't have a name for it.
Oh god.
Anyway, so let's see. And then, of course, Copplepot means skeleton closet secrets, and we're going to see a big one later on for someone else.
Of course.
So then basically Bullock goes into detail saying, well, one day my sergeant had a gun to... I love this story. He had a gun to my head and put a gun in my hand. I had no choice. I had to.
Mm-hmm.
What are you going to do, Gordon? What are you going to do, Jim? Half the cops have a Copplepot. Loeb's got something on all of them.
Yeah, going after Loeb is suicide.
And then my favorite line of the episode's right here. Gordon's saying, it's such a Gordon line, he says, what am I supposed to do? Keep quiet? Fall in line?
That'd be a pretty good idea to write about now.
It'd be a pretty good idea. And then Gordon, here's the line. It says, the day I do that is the day I quit being a cop.
Oh yeah. Classic Gordon for you.
Oh yeah, that's great. Meanwhile.
Okay, so then we get
so Gordon's the
glorious Enigma and Kringle scene.
Oh, but also just those lines from Gordon definitely words to stew on for Bullock, because it pays off later when Bullock kind of changes his mindset there. So he's definitely stewing on those words that Gordon Bullock. Okay, I'm sorry. Yes, then Enigma and Kringle. Da, 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 da.
Oh God! And their love story is going to come to a crushing end in this episode. Oh boy! Oh boy!
Well, no, I think it's going to crank in the maximum overdrive after this.
Do you think? Well, we'll get into it with speculation.
We will. So Enigma dropping a fun. Enigma is appearing like it's fine. Enigma has kind of.
Hello, Mrs. Kringle. Would you like to hear a fun fact?
Yes, I love Enigma. Kind of has like a Batman ability to pop out of nowhere with this girl.
Right.
You can give Batman lessons, or you give young Bruce Wayne lessons here.
Not necessarily when it came to the Penguin, though.
No, of course not. Hey, fun fact. Basically about pheromones, saying sweat, sweat,
saliva and sweat,
and urine.
Oh God!
Essentially, that kind of creates pheromones, and basically she's a little weirded out by it. Says, "Well, I'm saying it because I'm wondering what would possess you to fall for that ape Flass. But I know he's back now, and basically he's sincere. This is a sweet scene, kind of. He's warning her that Flass is a bad man. And he's just really bad.
He's just bad.
And I love that she's touched by this, saying, I know he is, and then just believe me, they're better. She touches his arm, and this is the important part. It makes me think things are gonna kick in the maximum overdrive between these two kids.
Okay.
She touches his arm, and of course he's like Charlie Brown getting a letter from the little redhead girl. He's head over here. She says, "There are better men," and then she leaves, and Enigma's just like touching the arm. He's just a name.
Yeah, but the better men implies the boyfriend at the end of the episode.
I know, but Enigma thinks, oh, she means
I know
me.
Enigma thinks that, but okay. Anyways.
We'll get into it later when we get to the guy. I'll tell you what I think. But anyways, the point is, there are better men. I'm just imagining little heart shapes with little question marks on it. That's the point is, he's enamored with, there are better men.
How you dared me to make that thumbnail? Just Enigma with like cartoon hearts all around him.
No. Meanwhile, this is a nice little scene. Gordon and Dent are at a diner.
I love the exterior shot of this for some reason. I wrote that down in my notes because it's like this tiny little like Mel's Drive-In type diner, contrasted against like the giant cityscape. I was like, that is really atmospheric stuff right there.
I love the snowfall, by the way, in this episode. It looks great. So, we see Loeb's. Loeb's got leverage on everybody. He's going Dent this. They're saying, well, I'm clean. So basically, Dent and Gordon here kind of. So Dent and Gordon here are kind of confirming that, hey, you and I are, we're clean. We're in this together.
Right.
So it's neat. They're kind of forming. This gives me hope for future appearances by Dent. More so, I would assume for 2.
More coin flips.
Yeah, more coin flips. I would assume. I would assume for season 2 we're
I would hope that we see more of them before the season ends too.
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, he'll probably have a few appearances, especially when we get to our Petrelli bad guy. But
oh God.
I'm thinking that we're getting kind of like the classic triad minus a member for these two, because these two did have a working relationship from the comics for a while before Batman was the connecting.
Right.
Gordon and Batman worked together, and then Gordon.
Maybe in season 2, like the dynamic is really built onto like Bullock is definitely a big character, but it's more so Dent and Gordon working together.
Yes, I'd like to see that, and of course maybe Gordon's still being a little wary of Dent's dark side there.
Right. Okay.
Meanwhile, so they're in a diner. It's kind of like the classic triad scene of them working what they're gonna what to do here. And he says, okay, we gotta steal the dragon's gold here, so to speak. So, what are you suggesting? We steal the dragon's gold. We find Loeb's stash of evidence, and we destroy it. Which, by the way, is a big homage to me at least, big homage to Long Halloween. Because in Long Halloween, which is also in The Dark Knight. It's an homage in the scene where Batman and Dent, they kind of covertly find the mob's giant pile of cash.
Right, yeah.
Instead ablaze. So that's where the Dark Knight got that. It's in Long Halloween. They burn like a giant skyscraper of money.
I can see that, okay.
So I love the idea here that Gordon and Dent are kind of planning to do that with evidence. So, and basically, well, how are we going to find this? Do we have any weak links? Any wives? Well, he had a wife. She fell to her death down the stairs. There's no investigation for it.
Mm.
But and then of course I love this little bit here. It says, "I'm sorry about Bullock." I know how cops are with their partners, and then Dan just gets the idea. Wait a minute, and he rushes out. Doesn't even tell Gordon what he's from the job.
Oh, that Harvey Dent. He's definitely runs on his instincts.
He's a character, that Dent. He's two characters, one could say. But anyway, so we see they
could say he's two sides of the same coin.
Maybe. So they talk to Loeb's former partner. And they chat with them, and so we know partners know each other better than their wives. So where are the secret? He basically asks him about the secret files. What secret files? And then I love this. He's saying to these two young guys, you two are out of your depth. Swim back to shore. Which again kind of reminds me of just might be now. I think that line might be an allegory for the Penguin in terms of swim back to shore.
That's what I was thinking too. Yeah, lots of good analogies going on this episode. Like all these people are like very literate when they come to like threats and stuff like that.
I wonder if that's him subtly saying, there is a Copplepot, but you're not going to find it.
Right.
So then I love Gordon is great in this scene. He's saying Gordon is really good at reading people. That's one of his gifts as being a detective in the show. We've seen on many occasions of like him reading Jerome. Episodes back and stuff.
Sure.
He's really good at reading people. Says he has something on you, doesn't he? What is it? Murder, this, that, robbery, blah blah blah. So then, what is it? Griggs? What's the guy's name? It's Griggs or Craigs? I think it's Griggs. The partner's name, the one they're talking to.
I don't know. I just had written down an old partner.
Anyway, so the old partner, I'm going to say Griggs, and the old partner says. He basically says, well, I don't know who you could talk to, but if you were looking for someone, he basically indirectly says, you'd be looking for Shilu.
Shilu. Yes, Shilu.
Shilu. He's the guy who keeps things safe. So that's who you go to. But again, I don't know. Walks out of the room. And then Dent's asking him, you think we should bring Bullock in? No. Gordon's still a little wary of trusting Bullock because he knows Bullock doesn't know.
Yeah.
However, Bullock's quick on the update. He has a little glance like, wait, where are they going? They're causing trouble, aren't they?
There's trouble afoot.
Yeah. Holy ghost on a bicycle.
Oh, God.
Fish.
To the Danish mobile!
Meanwhile, Fish and Dollmaker, the Fish is charming them up, saying,
they're jumping it up, yeah.
She says, I like the new I like the blue.
And we see, happy patient, happy doctor.
Exactly, and also we see that this place is definitely looks like an upscale clinic of some sort. Again, we find out later on why it would be exclusive, and also it is confirmed it is not Arkham, so those recap sites were wrong.
Yeah, but I gotta say, when we were getting that last reveal at the end, I totally thought when she was looking out the window that we were gonna get Arkham, and it kind of pissed me off.
I don't know. I was kind of like I was thinking there'd be a lot of plot holes if that was Arkham, but
Yeah, you're right.
So the point is, we see it's kind of a place for upscale patients. There's this woman who's like wheeled by the doctor and says, "Oh, it was for a kidney transplant." Yet her face is all bandaged up. We threw the face in for free. I love he's that good a surgeon. It's like, yeah, we do that.
It's creepy at the same time, but
I know. The idea that first and foremost, it's black market surgeries in terms of like the only the people who can afford it come here for anything they need. Of course, we have an endless supply of parts down the basement.
Yeah, the whole setup is very very serial killer-esque almost.
Oh yeah, really. It's such Dr. Lecter-esque. Like, what if he wasn't?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Right.
Like Dr. Lecter as Dr. Dollmaker here just wasn't eating them. He was just using them for like a monitor.
Right.
It's like, what if Hannibal Lecter opened a high-priced restaurant with these?
Oh no.
Anyway, let's see. So, so after we see like a little taste of the upscale patients here. Fish is kind of emphasizing her importance, why you would benefit from me. The prisoners trust me. You could use that. And also she says, hey, if you wanted me gone, then why give me this beautiful eye? Then I think Dr. Dollmaker says, like, we have like a unique system here.
Yeah.
Basically, he has like a collection. He collects the parts. Or basically, Fish talks to him as like kind of like a new conditional deal here. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I remember. Dollmaker kind of expouts a little bit of his philosophy here.
Okay.
He says, everyone thinks they're a part of a unique system. They're unique systems, but no, they're simply a collection of parts.
Oh, that's so
When
dark.
the big and I love Dollmaker's philosophy here. He's obsessed with wanting to know, we're all a collection of parts. Then when do you cease to be you? Like, how many of these parts separate until you cease to be you?
Right.
And then what happens when you become something new? So I love his philosophy right there. It's a really interesting philosophy for him. He just views people as a collection of parts. But think about this. Think about how it parallels the city of Gotham. Gotham, the sum of its parts, and all different pillars of the city coming together.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's definitely some connection there. I do like the philosophy there. And basically, so they have a conditional
Do you think
deal.
they're building this guy up to be like the main bad guy for the end of the season?
You know, I'm gonna make a guess here. I'm gonna say Dollmaker is going to survive this season. He's gonna be in next season, but he's gonna have some wrap up for this season in some way though.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I think they're gonna hold him over for 2 because he seems really interesting to do away with in 4 episodes.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
We'll see. I'm just guessing that. But anyway, so let's see. So after they kind of a conditional deal set up here. He wants he says, okay, we'll do this deal, but you have to. Basically, I'll give you a test here. You had to release the guard you're holding hostage down in the basement, and also you have to bring me some bodies.
Oh yeah.
And if I fail, well, if you fail, you'll have the same fate as the manager, and you'll be part of my experiments, because he does experiments on the side. And we see this. Oh boy, it's really. I was going. Oh god!
It is so dark.
We see Jeffrey Combs still alive, but he's just the head on top of a really misshapen, pieced together body that looks really female.
Yeah.
And if I'm correct, if I'm correct here, what I'm seeing here, it's kind of a blend of what Professor Pig does in the comics, actually.
Oh man, it's twisted.
It reminds me.
Twisted.
Now, if I'm remembering what I saw correctly, basically it was like a female Barbie doll-ish body made of body parts. Because it was like really kind of not plasticky hands, but still like really misshapen hands. It looked like doll's hands. So, what I'm thinking is that it's kind of like Professor Pig in the comics would make these things called Dollatrons, or all like kind of ungenderly defined, mutated people in dresses like dolls.
Oh, that's.
And they were called Dollatrons. So I'm thinking it's kind of a blend of that mixed with together parts here, which I think is interesting and so terrifying that Combs is still alive.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time that this show's kind of like combined 2 different villains into kind of like one character before.
Yeah.
So I could see that. All right.
So the point is really, really interesting stuff, really horrifying. I love how even Fish is scared by this.
Yeah.
And then Dollmaker has the best line ever. Says, amusing, isn't it?
Oh god.
So he experiments
it is.
So he experiments on people. I'm assuming on the side he makes like doll-looking people, they look like exactly like dolls, just pieced together, which is horrifying.
Oh man. Okay.
So we see Bruce reading Alfred. It's a book. Basically, the book's about seeking no help, and it's really dark. And so he says that's quite a depressing book. What are you doing here? And I love the explanation of why she's here. She says, well, Ivy steals from the sickies, is what she says.
From the sickies. Oh, God.
Ivy steals from the sickies, and she spotted you, so I thought I'd drop by and say hello. You okay? And this moment is really sweet to me. She sees, obviously, no, he's not okay, and Alfred's been stabbed, and she gives him a hug of consoling.
Yeah, she's just straight up apologizes.
She says, I'm sorry.
Yeah. And you can tell Bruce is touched by this.
Yeah, really, really nice. So basically, he's in a friend. He tells Celine, because the only person he can tell this to who might be able to help him or at least give him some advice on this would be. Hello. So sorry, folks. I don't know if I'm the only one here or not. I probably am. I don't know. Tiki is unavailable. I'm going to continue taking us through this here. Okay. So we left off here. Sorry, folks. Technical difficulty. So yeah, so I was going to see how long this keeps going because I don't know, we might have some really serious technical difficulty here, but I'm going to keep going here. So basically, he confides in Selena, telling her my friend. So Alfred was stabbed by a friend, and he blames himself. I think it was my fault. I think he was there for me, and of course, kind of paralleling the whole who was there for who last time these two were involved in kind of a foot plot about the Wayne murder or about something bad happening to the Wayne family. Selena is reassuring, well, no, it's not. It's probably not your fault. He says, no, well, he was here. Well, what did he steal? He stole some files. So then Bruce is getting a little hopeful here, despite the depressing circumstances, saying, well, this guy might be the key to everything. I mean, must have been sent by Wayne Enterprises or somebody to try and get the stuff and hurt Alfred. So this guy's the key to everything. You got to track him. Says, you track him? I mean, you want to end up like him? This is a bad idea. After a moment of mulling it over, she says, I'll help. And then Bruce say, no, don't do that. Look, I don't want anyone else getting hurt because of me. I'll find him. He says, you know where to find me. You know where to find me if you need me. Really, really good stuff there. So again, Selena is more than willing to help. Good friendship continuing on there. Let's see. So Gordon and Dent, they're going to this. I don't know if it's Chinese or not, but an Asian restaurant of some kind. I believe it's a Chinese restaurant. I'm like 90% sure. They go to the restaurant and they see an accounting room in the back, and basically kind of like a booking room or like a booking room that's tallying up all the cash they make from I would assume bookies, illegal gambling operations, stuff like that, laundering of some kind, and they're playing dumb. What is it? Shilu. Shilu's the head guy there. He's talking to him. Yes. Who are you? This is Detective Gordon and Dent, and they're asking him do you know any Shilu's basically playing dumb in front of him, and then he gets hello. You there?
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hello?
I'm here.
Okay, he's there, folks. So yeah, I kept taking him through the phone.
Computer crashing made my computer crash. It was kind of a domino effect.
So I'm on the Shilu getting the call scene.
Shilu. Okay. So I love all these Asian characters that we're getting. Kind of filling out the world of Gotham a little bit. Filling out the eccentricity.
Yeah.
And the ethnicity, I should say. Okay. Keep going.
Yeah, so Shilu gets a funny call apparently because he's really laughing it up. Gordon and Dent are put off ease at this, and they find out this guy he now knows their names. He's just been told their names. Yes, Harvey Dent, Detective Gordon. So now it basically says, you wait here. I'll have someone there. Basically, it's a trap. It's a trap. And apparently these guys are instantly armed with knives, swords, and blades of
it's kind of over the top. Yeah, it's a little over the top.
It's over the top, but really funny, though.
Yeah. I mean, I love how it's throughout the whole scene, they're just these nerdy Chinese, businessmen-looking guys counting the money and everything, and then it's the second shit starts to go down, it's just full-on ninja mode.
Yeah, it's not even full ninja though. It's just grabbing any blade around the restaurant, little meat cleavers and stuff, and just pretty much laying knives to head on them. So basically, then it's they're chasing a really cool, energetic scene. They're running. Basically, they're trapped in an alleyway in the snow. The gates are all up around, but they're still kind of cutting through the gates, and a lot of tension there. And they're boxed in there. They have no way out. And who comes in to save the day? Bullock.
Get
in! Bullock comes through the whole bunch of boxes in one of the gates, and they get out of there just in the nick of time before they break through the thing. Really awesome scene. So then they're in the car, they're having a little bit of back and forth, saying, thanks for showing up. I have enough on my conscience. So no backup, Dent. So Griggs, yeah, it is Griggs. So Griggs set us up. They probably told Loeb too, or he's probably about to tell Loeb. Says, well, Well, what you didn't tell us this. You expected Griggs to tell you the truth. Look, you got to scare him enough to. You have to scare him enough to get him to give you some information. Trust me. Let me handle it. Just trust me.
Oh god.
Then we get probably the best part of the episode.
I like to call this Bullock's Sin City treatment.
I was thinking Bullock's moment in the sun, but okay.
Well, whenever he does the whole thing where he, I don't know if this is the first time Bullock's done this.
It's the first time.
It's the first time. Okay,
I mean,
where it's basically like,
no, I mean he's probably done something like this, but not exactly this.
But he basically is like threatening to like he's driving a car and he's holding the person out of the driver's side, and he's basically threatening to hold their face down into the pavement, which is kind of my favorite part of Sin City, of the original Sin City. The line, "I don't know about you, but I'm having a ball." Good stuff.
The really, really funny is Bullock interrogating him that way, and Griggs is scared out of his mind. Says, "I want a name." And those little car interrogations. Falcon, it's Falcon. They're in it together.
Mm.
Anyway, so then they get out of there, and he warns him, you're dead for this. They're not gonna like it.
They're really burning bridges left and right this episode.
Yeah, you better get out of here before I lose my cheer. Bullock is really good in this episode.
Okay. Yeah.
So let's see. We need basically now they're talking the kind of our Bullock fill-in for Batman, our little triad here. Well, he did kind of a Batman-esque. It's funny, he did kind of a Batman-esque thing, holding the guy out, interrogating him like that.
Right.
So you're right, Tiki. He is kind of the Batman of this triad for a while.
What if that's the twist of the show? Bullock actually becomes Batman. I'm just kidding.
God.
I'm just kidding.
Hey, Alfred, I need a Danish. Okay, anyway, let's see. They didn't have a good dynamic when they worked together, remember? Anyway, let's see. So then basically they're talking. They say, well, we need someone we need someone close to Falcone in the Falcone family who can, who will talk, but who will talk to us. That doesn't exist. Yes, he does. That person doesn't exist. Bullock says, well, yes, he does. And then we cut to our Copplepot himself, Oswald Copplepot, the Penguin. What can I do for you? He's just ecstatic. Hey, Gordon's in here. Yeah!
Yeah, my friends!
Yes! So then we cut back and we say, okay, well, that's a lot of risk, guys. And then I love how just after, Penguin's going through the whole spiel, which I do hope you catch these men, and then just Bullock say, cut that man hauling. Come on, are you going to help us or not? And so basically, what's in it for me? He says, no questions asked. How about a no questions asked favor from Jim Gordon? So then, obviously Gordon's still mulling over, and Bullock's like, I don't like this, Jim. And also, Penguin's also.
Yeah, I think that's going to come into play with the last few episodes for sure.
And speaking of that, we will name drop to what I think it might be. He brings up he's holding this big bottle of wine here or something.
Right.
Now he mentions it's called Madre de Dios. Now apparently it's a wine or an alcoholic beverage. I believe it's a wine or something from Italy, if I'm right. It's either not. I'm saying Madre de Dios sounds like it's in Spanish, but it might. I forget exactly what he said, if it's Italian or not, because it's for Maroni. He says it's Don Maroni's favorite. He says, what are you telling me that for? He says, it's just a piece of information. I'm sure it's going to come back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking he's going to ask him to pull a Breaking Bad on us with that.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll circle back to that. So the point is, that's not what he wants though. He wants he says no questions asked favor, and for that, in addition to that, he also wants 10 minutes alone with the files they find. Now obviously Bullock does not like it. Gordon haggles him down to 5 minutes, and nothing on the cops. Says 5 minutes and a favor from Jim Gordon. Done. Who's up for a road trip? I love that delivery from the Penguin.
Yeah, it's a really good cut.
I love Bullock being the voice of reason here, saying, I don't like this. Jimmy just knows, okay, you don't like
It's basically like the logical friend, seeing the other friend getting involved with, the bad kid. And he's
and I love
Jim, I don't like this kid.
Come on, Jim, let's get lunch. It's lunchtime, Jim. I'm just imagining that little kid version of Gotham with like Penguin on the playground, making a deal with Gordon, like the school bell rang for lunch or something, and then Bullock saying, "But Jim, it's lunch."
All right.
Anyway, so now Penguin's on board, kind of a neat thing. Brewing, we're going to see the seriousness of what Bullock's saying. Don't trust this guy later on. But meanwhile. So we see back in the prison that Fish Mooney's abandoned. She's abandoned us. See, they have their prisoner there. We see, I call him Prison Gilzine. We see Prison Gilzine basically saying, "Oh no, she'll come back for us."
Not nearly as awesome as regular Gilzine.
Oh, of course, we love regular Gilzine. Also, we love kind of the diet Gilzine with the other guy with.
Oh God. Yeah.
Anyway.
Diet. That is like Diet Shasta Coke Gilzine.
Anyway, let's see, so they think she's abandoned her. They're starting to lose some faith, but Prison Gilzine's trying to wave them over. But then basically Fish comes back and says, "I am so disappointed. I wish she was in different clothes because you just instantly get dirty wearing that thing."
Yeah, good point.
She's wearing all white, wearing a white turban and everything, and it was just I'm very disappointed in you. I told you I'd come back for you. And so we have to release the guard. I made some negotiations, but we got to release the guard, and also spoke to the man in good faith. I'm going to give this guy back, and then have to get some people to him. And I was like, "Wait, what's that? I told you." I told you not all of you would make it. There'd be casualties, and it was the poor poor Prison Gilzine. Poor Prison Gilzine. He's next on the docket, and she apologizes. "I'm sorry, your name's on the list. You gotta go." And then I love this bit. This is a big ambiguous bit here. She says, "My promise remains the same."
Yeah, you're right. They really played it up. It's like, who is Fish Mooney going for? Like, where does her loyalty really lie?
Yeah,
really good stuff.
Makes all the sense in the world that she just abandoned these guys. Yet, she still's got a promise there.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, we'll see. Because remember, she really did some of the family thing. She did regret Liza dying, so she might have definitely some loyalty with her people there. And of course, she loves Gilzine. Like Butch Gilzine, my guy. Anyway.
Right, so Dent is no longer involved in the episode, right?
No longer. He doesn't really have I guess they don't want to involve Dent because they need something completely squeaky clean just in case things go south.
Okay. So it's Bullock, Penguin, and Gordon, and they're pulling up to what looks like a farmhouse, right?
Yeah, the outskirts of a snowy farmhouse.
And I love this line where it's like Bullock is just like, well, this doesn't look like something like
20 years of black. This doesn't look like 20 years of blackmail here.
And then Penguin's just like, well, what do you expect? A sign saying super secret blackmail horde?
Here? I liked, before, I liked it better when you rode in the trunk when we had one of these rides. I miss those days. Really funny. Really funny. I love these three guys again. They should have like a hangover style trip to Vegas.
Oh god.
Maybe Dent could be.
Someone make that a fan film.
And think about it, Dent's the guy they lost because he's not in the car right now, so he'd be their dog.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's see.
And Dent is also Doug because he doesn't have any character development in the series, unlike all these other three characters. Yeah.
Because then I love this, that Penguin just wants to wait in the car and says, "No, you're going in with us. What do you think? We're just going to do your dirty work so they can get some pickings after we found what we want?" No! So then, who knocks at the door? A kindly old man. By the way, they never give this guy names. They wanted to give him a name. There's nothing. The kindly old.
Just call Ma and Pa.
Well, the Ma has a name.
Oh, that's right. Ma does have a name.
Yeah, Margie.
All right, well, can we just call the guy Pa then?
Fine. Pa knocks at the door, knocks at the window there, and we see it's a kindly old man. He invites him in, for...
Not Pa Kent, because he's not a monstrous sociopath like Pa Kent is.
Hey, I won't have you defame any Pa Kents.
Sorry, I had to work in a Man of Steel job.
So Margie, she might be kind of an homage to the '60s character Ma Mayhem. Well, not Ma Mayhem, just like Ma something or other. That she's like a really kindly old lady, but she's really a master criminal.
Just in the namesake alone, I got to admit I was reminded of Large Marge from Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Nah, I didn't get that.
Well, I'm just
Anyway.
saying the name.
So they're a kindly couple. Apparently, Loeb lets live at this old house there, and he's let live for over 20 years or so.
Mm.
Anyway, so Marge, apparently, this is important. Marge was an Arkham nurse, and our Pa guy here, he worked on the railroad. And so again, important.
Oh, and I love the moment where he's just like woo woo, and then Penguin just gives another like woo woo.
He's learned that from Maroney, Hong Kong.
God.
Yeah.
Oh god. Hong Kong. Oh yeah, Hong Kong.
So the point is, I love that it's mentioned that Marge was an Arkham nurse. That does kind of build up our next moment.
Sure.
Anyway,
sure.
so there are security concerns. That's the cover story for why they're there. Oh, Commissioner Loeb sent us here. We're his private detail. You know, some security concerns. Oh, we didn't hear you guys were coming in. And then Penguin has one of the great lines here. This episode's so chock full of good lines to me. He says, you didn't get a letter? No. I said, oh, you should have gotten a letter. I love the sincerity behind that line. Oh, you should have gotten a letter.
Right.
It's like a Abbott and Costello. It's like a Three Stooges comedy routine with these guys. I don't know.
Oh god.
Really fun. So anyway, so this is you have some identifications. It pauses. Oh no, it's not necessary. Oh sure it is. Yeah, it basically flashes the badge. Jim Gordon, Harvey Bullock says, "Well, you don't look like a cop. Well, I'm undercover." We hear some noises coming from the top floor. They write off as raccoons. Let me.
Yeah, I like how they slowly build up that reveal. That's nicely done, especially on rewatch.
And I love the tension there of like what the noise is. And then we hear it again. I love how Gordon's noticing this is Marge, go fetch my keys. You got to have some of this pie, guys. Why don't we check upstairs after they hear the raccoon, quote unquote raccoon noises again? Says, well, let her fetch my keys. And then she has a shotgun to it, and then all heck breaks loose. Bang, bang. Penguin just cowering in fear on the ground.
It's basically like the little old woman from Ratatouille with the shotgun.
Yeah, pretty much. So anyways, then I think Bullock or someone like shoots Pa in the shoulder, and then this is kind of violently funny. She just like she gets spooked like Gordon's going at her or something, and she turns around to run away or duck for cover, and then she's like hits her head on the table or something. She goes down. It's so violently funny.
Oh man.
So Marge is down. Then Penguin has a really good bit. He says, "Oh, thank you, Jim. You saved my life." And just cuts him off. Watch him. Hands him the shotgun.
Yeah.
That just sums up their relationship in a nutshell. The Penguin is genuinely grateful, but Gordon, maybe whether he appreciates it or not, he just still telling him we're on a job right now.
Exactly.
Watch him. And I love how Penguin's reaction to this is, "Hey, oh man, Jim Gordon, the best cop in this whole city, he's just giving me a gun to watch. Well, I'm going to do this."
And then I love how he's just like, "Oh, you're lucky because I have a soft spot for old ladies."
Good line, really good line. Then we meet a really good actress, by the way. I'm going to point out who she is in a moment. But we meet Miriam. Miriam Loeb upstairs dancing in her room, kind of similar. For a moment, I thought it was saw a woman dancing around. For a moment, I thought it might have been Mrs. Copplepot. For a moment, I thought for some strange reason, oh my god.
I would have loved to see how they would have worked that into the plot.
So Miriam is upstairs dancing, points out she's Loeb's daughter. Nicole, now she's played by the wonderful Nicole Tom. Now she's from shows. She's actually had a prominent role in the DC Universe, mostly in the animation a lot of the time. She's voiced Supergirl in Superman animated series and Justice League.
Okay.
And also, she's in one of my favorite shows. She was in The Nanny. She played the eldest daughter in The Nanny. I like her. What's wrong with that? Point is, she's good. She's always been good.
All right.
Anyway, so she's playing Loeb's daughter. She does a really good job. Just the dimension she applies. It's revealed Loeb's daughter. Then we cut to Edward and Miss Kringle. So this scene. You want things to this scene, Tiki?
Yeah, sure. So so Nigma, he's just basically like, I love how it's like all build up. He's finally just gotten the nerve to just do it, to just rip off the Band-Aid and just be like, "Miss Kringle, I was wondering if you had dinner plans tonight." And he's got like so much confidence. Oh god. And then, unfortunately, Kringle is just like, "Well, actually, yeah, I do have dinner plans with Tom."
Oh boy, Tom.
Oh boy. And then he's just like, "Hey, you're the guy that likes riddles. What was what has hands but can't clap? And I love how Nigma's just like, he's just like, a clock. He's good, you're good.
Oh boy. And it's like, basically, imagine how Norman Bates feels about a man dating his mother. Just imagine that, pretty much, and that's pretty much the reaction. You can feel the hatred under Nigma's glare at this guy.
And then it's like, he's just like, well, I take it to assume that this is your new boyfriend. And then Tom is just like, you betcha! And then he gives Kringle a nice firm kind of pat on the rear. Oh, yeah.
So, pretty much, this guy...
he's a pig.
He's like Cupcake Boy. He's like Cupcake Boy from Bates Motel. Says, "Oh, hey, Edward Nigma. Hey,
Nigma!
buddy, how you doing?" Actually, remember, he actually has an important role in this episode, Tom. He calls him Riddle Man.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Riddle Man, next time, I'm going to stump you. Stump you. I love how he thinks he has, like, a genuine kind of, like, friendship with Nigma because of the riddle thing.
Yeah, he's like, basically, I don't know if you're gonna know this or not, T, but there's a character in The Big Bang Theory who's like a Penny, the main girl.
Yeah.
Penny had a dumb boyfriend named Zach, and pretty much he had the exact dynamic with the Big Bang Theory guys. He was dumb, but he was like he viewed these guys as friends, even though they were just amazed by how stupid this guy was.
Yeah.
So pretty much, it's really almost identical to that dynamic, except Nigma probably has more sinister motives than mine.
And then, of course, I love the shot of Nigma just throwing the flowers out. Really
So I have a big theory about this scene.
Okay.
So what I think is going to happen here, I think in like a demented Joker Harley way with this, I think it's Kringle with that thing she said. What?
No, go ahead.
So what I think is going to happen here is I think that Kringle, in a weird way, is, in her own sick way, is challenging Nigma, saying, well, I know you're smarter than this guy. I think Nigma's going to interpret it as, he'd be thinking, why on earth would she be going out with this dumb guy?
Right.
Who is in such a blatant insult to me? Why would she be going with this guy after Flash? I mean, Flash is a bad guy. This guy is as dumb as a sack of rocks.
Yeah.
And she said there are better men. And I think with her saying better men, he's going to interpret that as, oh, wait, she's challenging me with this guy. She wants me to prove my worth by out-riddling this guy and basically destroying him. So I think Nigma's going to take it. I don't know how. I think on some sick level she is actually trying to bring the best out of Nigma in a sick way. And Nigma's going to interpret far more literally than that. He's going to think, well, she wants me to destroy this guy with my mind.
Okay.
She wants me to basically, if this guy's taunting me with a riddle, I'm going to out-riddle him until I break him. I'm going to make him a puddle. I'm going to make him a puddle in the corner of just question marks, essentially.
Whoa.
Basically, I'm going to psychologically break this guy until he's yammering riddles I have just out-riddled him with. I'm going to break him psychologically to prove my worth to this guy. That's how I think it's going to kind of go.
I'm not necessarily sure if we have enough time to see all that in this season, but who knows? I mean, we've been speculating a long time about Nigma potentially losing his job by the end of the season. Do you still think that's in the cards?
Well, if he loses his job this season, it'll probably be over him out-riddling this guy.
Right.
So I think there's going to be something about him kind of getting rid of this guy in some way, and I think that either will result in him either getting fired or definitely they said he's going to take a big step to becoming the Riddler. And I think first of all, this is definitely a bridge to getting to that big pivotal moment because he just called him Riddle Man, which makes me think, okay, they're definitely hinting at something. I think Kringle kind of starting to get a little closer to Nigma, putting the hand on his arm, and then the whole I'm convinced indirectly she is challenging him in some way. At least he's going to perceive it definitely as a challenge, like she wants me to prove my worth. That's how he's going to interpret it, I'm sure.
Okay.
So I'm thinking he's definitely going to take a huge step to becoming the Riddler. It'll either result in his termination or definitely breaking this guy.
Right. Okay, so next up we have Harvey, and this is a really kind of twisted. You know what this whole episode kind of reminds me of? It reminds me of just in general, just the stylistic tone of David Fincher with all this creepy, macabre kind of imagery going on here. So we have Miriam, and Bullock is kind of just gently asking questions.
They're at a tea party, by the way.
Pretty much, yeah.
Really funny. And Gordon's
Darkly
playing.
funny.
Yeah, Gordon's playing accommodating good cop here. He's talking to her as if she's a child, saying, basically wants her to fill in some pieces here.
Oh.
Says, "Oh, have you seen any boxes of files or anything here?" "No, there are no files here." And then he kind of picks up because she's a witness. Like she talks to Bullock off to the side. He's like, "Why don't you show me your jewelry?"
Sure.
She's getting her creepy jewelry off to the side. Just a little bit
God.
facing to the side here, and they're
I
kind
love
of
how she phrases it as like, "Oh, I have a new hobby."
Oh yeah. Oh god.
Oh, man.
I love her ending line of the scene, but we're gonna get to that.
Uh-huh.
First of all, so again, you gotta tell me she's not. Tell me, like, just try and tell me she's not a good actress pulling this part off.
Oh no, absolutely, yeah, she's great.
Oh yeah. Anyway, so I love how Bullock, kind of like a comedic way, Bullock and Gordon conferring to the side here, saying, "Well, she's a witness. I mean, the mother died of like a skull fracture. I don't know." So, and maybe she's Loeb's Copplepot. And I love that idea. Again, I love the whole image, the idea of the Copplepot. Everyone having a dark secret, calling it a Copplepot. It's great.
Yeah, I think it works its way out through the episode well. Really good stuff.
It's even funnier because Copplepot is downstairs. So then she shows them her.
And Copplepot is downstairs doing very Copplepot-like things.
Oh, he is indeed. He has a big Copplepot scheme. He has an umbrella-ish scheme going on, perhaps.
Oh yeah.
So we have basically her showing off her bone jewelry, and it's really creepy, like bird.
Oh god, this scene is just
So it's like a bird.
It is classic Bates Motel, if I must say.
Yeah, I forget what it's like. One begins with a nest or something, like starling. Yeah, it has like she kills or finds starlings, and she basically kills them, skins them, and has their bones on a necklace. Really creepy, and not even.
I want to see what she does with the remains. Oh God! Like, is there just like a big, like, trash can full of dead bird parts in her room somewhere?
I don't want to think of that. That's
I know. It's just dark implications all around.
I was very impressed by her monologue, her acting here. So anyway, she says.
The poppy, how she's talking about the popping noises and crushing their head and stuff like that.
Yeah, throughout the scene, and it is just creepy to me. She's like cracking or crinkling the bones in the necklace of the bones as she's describing what happened, basically telling Gordon. Essentially, she's like pretty much directly saying she, in her own deranged state, saying she killed her mother. Like, she heard that popping noise, and the idea is so Gordon just thought she was traumatized, and maybe that's why she's nutty. But no, she's traumatized not only for that, but she's traumatized because she in fact did it.
Sure.
She does a little song and dance she was doing in the attic when they got there. Apparently, her mother kind of stole her limelight, kind of Charlie Chaplin style. So, so because of that, she killed her mother as a teen, and it traumatized her so much. And then this idea, I love this idea. Again, it's maybe connecting to Gordon here. Loeb said to his daughter, it's revealed that my daddy told me, sometimes good people make mistakes.
Right.
I'm thinking that there might be definitely connections between Loeb and Gordon with that. Sometimes good people make mistakes, and she was upstage, and that's why she did it. And then Bullock just casually eating the cracker while she's doing all this bone cracking stuff. Interesting.
Oh God.
Crack.
Bullock, he loves his food.
Oh yeah, he does indeed. So then they go downstairs and they hear people driving off, and a shotgun go off and stuff. And apparently men took. We see a car drive off, and Penguin's like on the ground saying, "Oh, men took Margie." Quote unquote.
Story.
And we're gonna find out what the exact ramifications of that are. And remember our deal, Jim. Remember our deal. I get pickings whatever you found. And of course, obviously, they found nothing. So then again, Nicole Tom, really great line here. She says, she says, who's he? He looks like a
bird.
I love them.
Yeah.
I love Penguin's terrified expression, by the way. Oh, that to me is perfect. Just he's so terrified, just so put off by the what? Looks like a bird.
It's like he's not even offended by the penguin thing at this point. He's just like, what are you talking about?
So again, I think that's all just some really great stuff. And then we get our great confrontation between Loeb and Gordon here. So,
good stuff.
So Loeb, the instant Gordon is kind of confronting, and Loeb finds out that he knows all this stuff, and so she's sick. He tells her, "Okay, she's sick. Go ahead." like, go ahead and do it. And, like, take her in and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And then I love how Gordon says, "You love her, and you love her so you love her and you love her so much you want her to stay out of Arkham. That's why you put her up in that house. So what do you intend to do? Hold her hostage or colder than I thought?" I love Loeb's. Again, Loeb is like the guy who's saying, again, remember, Gordon's eventually going to have Loeb's jobs, and this is the stuff you need to do to become commissioner. Of course,
Yeah, right. Yeah, really big dynamic there.
Yeah, Gordon's going to be doing it a whole different, more legit way, ideally, to get to the commissioner position. This is again, really now I'm thinking about it, Loeb is really a lot like his Ray Shugul, the guy challenging him on an equal level.
Yeah.
Really interesting. I never thought of it like that. So Loeb saying, you're colder than I thought. He's like almost, if not now Gould, kind of a Moriarty for Gordon, which is really creepy.
Oh God, yeah. In a way, I can see
says,
that.
Basically, then Loeb says, okay, then I'll be resigning then. Okay, you win, detective. I'll be resigning. He says, no, you're not resigning. So if you resign, they're just gonna have another guy even more tight on the leash under Falcone's thumb. No. With you, I have leverage. And I love that. Gordon using Loeb for leverage. It's a great reverse. So yeah. What do you want with that? What do you intend for me to do? He says, well, you're gonna try Flass fairly this time. Try Flass fairly. You're gonna give me all the evidence and give it to Dent. No, I can't do that. I love my daughter, but I also love living too. He says, I'll give you bullocks, and she stays at the house. Is that all? And Gordon says, one more thing. This scene, I was so happy with. I was laughing.
I'm sure you were.
It reminded me of that scene where he says, I'm going to make you eat it. Make you eat the badge. Remember that? The next guy takes my badge, you're going to make him eat it? Remember?
Yeah.
So he basically says, so this is I am now supporting in front of a press conference and everything. I'm throwing my support for Jim Gordon for police union president. And then Gordon's such a happy Gordon, only coming from the misfortune of a corrupt guy. Of course, the only thing that will make Gordon happy. He says it's a new day in the GCPD, which it's such a hopeful line of like, hey, Gordon's finally starting to make some headway here. He's. Things are starting to change for the better for Gordon. A bit of a happy moment that's not going to last.
Yeah, we'll see how that plays out for sure.
Right. I'm sure he and Flash are going to get into it. I can't wait to see that. So anyway, this is a sweet scene.
Yeah, Gordon and Bullock are in the locker room, and he's just like, well, sorry I didn't catch your big moment, Jim. I just figured I'd catch the next one.
No, I love that. I know you're going to make more of a fuss if something's going to happen. I'm going to be there for the next one. So basically, he gives Bullock his file back, and I love that. Bullock just saying, oh, I hate that picture. So really, it's such a sweet kind of understated. Like the whole big crux of this episode is like kind of like partners knowing each other better than one another. And Bullock was there for Gordon, even though he risked his own neck for Gordon. Because the two do care about each other. They work well together as partners. And basically, this whole subtle moment of, hey, listen, Loeb doesn't have any. Gordon essentially is giving Bullock a second chance here, saying, hey, listen, you don't have to be corrupt anymore. You can be on the level. I'm giving you your file back, so nothing's written for you anymore. Okay, you can join me in my fight for the good stuff now. You can join me in the good fight here now. And then Bullock points out kind of the thing from earlier, says, I told myself I'd do this one bad thing, and I make up for it with a lot of good later, but it still doesn't erase the fact that you still did that one bad thing. So basically,
that's one of the more poignant Bullock lines that we've heard from him. Really good stuff from him.
Oh yeah, it's kind of like that line about the whole "I wake up and I'm
yeah. I love that.
That quote about waking up like bleeding out in an alley or something. Seeing the city on top of you. And they says, so be careful about your little deal you got with the Penguin going on there. The favor you owe the Penguin. I love that, because again, we've seen Bullock definitely be indebted to people and it backfiring. So he knows from experience.
Yeah, so as you mentioned, we have a big Penguin's umbrella plot going on.
Well, in more ways than one, because again, he has that, we see visually, whatever plan he has for Gordon, I assume, involves Maroney's wine, which he's drinking.
Oh God, right.
He's drinking some of that Maroni wine, and you see, he made a deal apparently with the friendly couple, not the smiley couple. Those guys were way back in episode 2.
You have to distinguish yourself.
With Margie and Pa here.
Yeah.
So basically says the deal was I let you go to escape Loeb's punishment, because assumedly, despite the fact that they didn't survive, they did get away. That Loeb would find out, and he'd still be mad at him, whether he's under Gordon's thumb or not. He'd still be mad at him. He'd do horrible things to, because does have ties to Falcone, after all.
Sure.
So again, earlier was a ploy, most definitely, that Penguin pretended to be knocked down. Really, he called while he was down there to have them picked up, to get out of there, and just feigned it like people came and took her that were Loeb's guys. Not the case. Really good playing on Penguin's part. It says, but here's the thing. Here's the change in plan. I only have one ticket to Arizona. So the question is, wait a second. Oh yeah, I remember actually. So what do you think with Penguin here? You think he got information on the girl from these guys? That's why he made a deal with them. I'm saying, what do you think exactly he got out of freeing these guys, Dick? Yeah, like getting these guys out of Loeb's. I assume that he got information on the girl. That was his kind of payment for like no files being.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. To me, I was just kind of more impressed with the whole, like, getting the older woman to just beat the crap out of her husband. I wasn't really thinking about the motivation.
So I'm saying it's either he got information on the girl while he had these two indebted to him, or he just did it entirely for fun. So I'm not sure. What do you think? Entirely for fun, or to get information then do it for fun?
Honestly, this whole setup, it feels like an entirely for fun Penguin plot to me. I don't know.
I mean, either way it works. I'm just maybe implying some additional logic there. Anyways, so we won't split. We won't do this without each other. We've been together for 20 years, and then the Marge basically makes a decision that no, she wants that ticket. So, yeah.
Oh God.
So, how would we decide? Says, hey, it's up to you. You do whatever you decide, however you want to, and then basically she violently kills him.
Yeah, just beats him to death. Just
strangles him a little.
It's horrific.
And to Penguin's amusement, he's just drinking wine, just laughing it up. He loves it.
Oh yeah.
This is such a cruel, awesome reveal. To be honest with you, I'd be more impressed if they ended it here. But we need the reveal for the last one at some point, though. But the point is, he says, "Oh, when do I get my ticket? Like, where's the ticket go to? When do I get the ticket?" And then this Penguin just has the shotgun pointed there, and says, "Oh, there's no ticket. I just needed you. I only need you to help solve a problem. I only had one shell left." Also, he says you only left one shell, which I love the fact that that was her gun, and she only because she shot at them. It's like him saying, "Hey, you use this to try to kill me. I'm using it against you." The only reason I made you violently kill that person is because you left me no choice. I didn't feel like extraining myself to get more shots. More shells. Only one shell left. So boom, she dies. Penguin very amused with himself. Really funny.
He's just tickled pink by himself. Yeah.
Meanwhile,
so the Fish and the Doc are having kind of a bit of small talk, and I think Dahlmacher is talking about Salsa Tuesday, right?
Mijo, you need club soda.
Yeah. I was gonna say, if they spill the salsa, better get the club soda.
So Doc Dahlmacher proposes, hey, what do you think about salsa night?
Oh God.
When salsa night, says, no, I don't like it. He says, I like you're being honest with me, but I like salsa, so Tuesday it is. It's really funny. So I'm impressed. You hoped, and there was a line saying, "Hope's a carrot."
Yeah. Again, with all this, with all the lines this episode, they're really literate about the whole thing.
Hope's a carrot, and you've earned your carrot.
Making analogies and metaphors and whatnot.
Oh yeah, you're in. Is singing. You're gonna appreciate the view up here. And so, see, this is why I'm not worried about you escaping. Right? And the big reveal is that they're on an island.
Days on an island.
Yeah.
Yeah, Days on an Island, BlueDragonFive. Days on an Island.
So apparently Tiki really loves islands.
You think? Yeah, I love Lost, I love Survivor, yeah, I have a thing for the islands.
You would love Arrow then. There's a lot of islands.
Oh God. Okay, so we have about roughly 5 minutes before I need to go, so let's do some back.
So again, April 13th, we have 4 episodes left then. We're getting the Ogre, who is our Peter Petrelli character. He'll be in 2 or 3 episodes, hopefully just 2.
Yeah, hopefully 2, and then a penultimate leading up until the finale. That's what we're hoping for.
That's what I'm hoping for. Here's a big reveal, so you want to go through yours first or mine first?
Well, I mean, I think most people know about by now. Fish Mooney will not be coming back for season 2.
Implies death.
Implies death. Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah.
Which is something that we speculated about pretty much from the beginning, that she's one of the more expendable characters.
I mean, there was a chance she would come back for 2 once it was confirmed, but definitely, I'm all for her dying.
Yeah, but before she dies, you know that she needs to use her bare hands in her teeth.
Oh yeah, we want to see that happen.
We need to see that. Come on, if we don't see that, I'm gonna be more pissed than when The Walking Dead didn't give the governor a mustache. Like, seriously.
Well, let's see. Well, it doesn't have to exactly be a Falcone. It can be someone, though, right? You want to just
I just want to see her use her teeth. I want to see violence with teeth.
Well,
That's what I want to see from her.
I would only hesitate on that, thinking like, can they get away with that? But no, she did the whole thing with the eyes. So I'm saying it's all on the table.
Right, yeah.
We'll see. If they get anywhere close with that, will you be satisfied that she does do something with her teeth that basically kills a guy?
If she does something with her teeth that harms somebody, then yes, I will be fine.
Okay. So here's my big reveal. Just learned this today.
Okay.
Lucius Fox will be appearing in our 21st penultimate episode. And apparently he's got a notable actor playing him. I don't know him myself, but I hear he is in 12 Years a Slave. His name is Chris Chalk.
Okay.
Young guy.
Yeah, 12 Years a Slave was a good movie. Let me look up his name.
Well, I mean, I don't know. That was his character. I mean, his name is Chris Chalk. I don't know who his character.
No, I know. Just let me look up his character's name.
Well, I didn't see the movie myself, but anyway.
Well, the movie itself was it was a hard sit. But,
anyway, so they also say that, in the penultimate episode here, so I assume the Wayne Enterprise thing is going to drag on for a few episodes if it is the penultimate, so it's going to be there to the end, I would guess. And also, it seems from the description that Lucius Fox will be helping Bruce out, so he'll still be helpful in his early years, which sounds really cool.
Yeah,
Also helping him kind of defend the legacy of Thomas Wayne, which sounds pretty cool.
Okay. Do you think he's going to be involved in the search for Reggie?
I don't know. I think I would say in the next 2 episodes we would find Reggie and then basically be like getting to the heads of the company in the last 2.
So you think that Reggie is kind of going to be a subplot while we've got the Peter Petrelli stuff going on?
Yeah, I think it's going to be divided. Obviously, your Gordon will be dealing with the ogre, and the ogre being Petrelli, and he'll be dealing with the ogre, and then Bruce in the meantime he'll be looking for him in the one we come back on, and then the one after that he'll be he'll find him and get some answers out of him. And then the penultimate will be they're getting some headway with Lucius Fox's help, and the last one will be like some sort of revelation of like him getting something out of all his trouble.
Sure.
I assume Selenia's going to help out along the way, despite Bruce saying, "Yeah, no, I don't want you to get hurt."
I would think so. Yeah, I would think so. We need to get a little bit more of that.
Sure. So yeah, we got some good stuff going on there.
I would say I'm pissed about the break, but at the same time, with Bates Motel coming back on for us and us being, knee deep into Saul, I'd say, probably nice to space it out a little bit. So, when Gotham comes back, we'll be nice and ready for it, and we'll have a little bit more time on our schedule for it.
It's weird. A lot of shows have been going on this mini hiatus for some reason.
Right. I wonder if Better Call Saul's going to have like some sort of mini hiatus. Like,
I hope Saul does not do that, but we'll see.
I'm just wondering, like, because we're wondering if it has 10 or 13 episodes a season. I'm wondering if we're going to get 10 and then like a 3-week break and then get 3 episodes or something. I don't know.
I'm just saying the CW and Fox has been doing this so far, so those two. Are
Yeah. All right. Well. Any other spec things you want to cover, or you want to get into final thoughts?
Well, I think our stories are going to converge. I would hope the first season would kind of go full circle with Gordon having a scene with Falcone, and maybe simultaneously getting us there would be Gordon having another scene with Loeb and/or Flash getting us to the whole Falcone scene.
Right.
That's what I'm just really hoping the first season. I know 2 will definitely be in 2 if it's not in 1, but I really want to see where he talks to Falcone about the state of the city. I hope Gordon kind of does inspire a little bit of change of this whole him running for a police union president here. Things going well for Gordon towards the end, and on a hopeful note.
Okay, and then final thoughts on the episode.
Sure. Final thoughts. I really like this episode. It's it's on my top 5. I really did like it.
It's in your top 5? Nice.
It's in my top 5. I'm saying this one to me felt like kind of a direct sequel to. Obviously, it's kind of a direct sequel to Welcome Back, Jim Gordon. Which I love that episode.
It is. Yeah, I can see that.
Of course, I'm probably saying this because I'm a big Gordon fan. I did love all the Loeb and Loeb, Flash, and Gordon stuff. I did think we had a lot of good scenes in this thing. There were a lot of good dialogue, a lot of good lines. And just the idea, kind of like a good buddy cop thing going on with good team ups dynamics between Gordon and Dent, and then the three amigos almost, Gordon, Dent, and Penguin. Really good stuff. I think we're going to get some fascinating stuff with Enigma if he does kind of try to prove himself. I'm just speculating that, mind you, but still, it'd be kind of cool to see it come to fruition.
I hope you're right about that kind of stuff. I'd really like to see that play out.
And I did like the actor playing Dolemaker, and I did really like. It took me a second time to fully win me over on it, but I did like Nicole Tom as Loeb's. I like the idea of giving Loeb a crazy daughter, and just tying into Arkham though. Think about this. He's so desperately afraid of. He lives in this corrupt world. He knows it's corrupt, and he constantly tries to tell Gordon, "Listen, you're in a corrupt world. Deal with it. Okay? There's no beating the system. I am one of the top tiers of this system. You're not going to beat me." And he basically is saying, because of that, I can't give my daughter the treatment she needs because I know the system's so corrupt and there's no actual genuine mental asylum here. So my only option is keeping her out of that, so she doesn't end up worse. So he has a heart. So Loeb had principles at one time. We can assume he's Gordon. He just rose to power because he took the wrong path, but he still rose to power. So I think there was a fascinating dynamic there that could be explored with Loeb in future seasons, or the end of this episode, this season at least.
Okay.
So good stuff. I did like this one.
With me, I mean, I don't. Yeah, I wouldn't put it in my top 5. I definitely wouldn't do that. Again, I think it definitely speaks to our two different tastes, where it's like I feel like I enjoy kind of like some of the more one-off episodes that we get, kind of like more. I don't know, like Spirit of the Goat, Red Hood, stuff like that, Scarecrow. Whereas you seem to enjoy the episodes that get really deep into the Jim Gordon stuff, which, of course, as a Gordon fan, I can totally see why. But I don't know, I guess that's just two different people's perspectives. But it's certainly not a bad episode. We didn't have any Barbara stuff or anything like that, or any ridiculous plot holes or anything. But it was just more of a transitional episode. I didn't necessarily think the reveal at the end was big enough to really warrant, ooh, that's, I mean, come on, BlueDragonFive, that reveal with, he's on an island! That's not nearly as good of a cliffhanger as the cliffhanger for Penguin's Umbrella.
You're right, but it would have been kind of...
It's a weak sauce compared to that.
It would have been a better ending had they just ended on, Penguin just gleefully killing Margie.
I still don't think that would have been much of a cliffhanger, though.
I'm saying I'm just saying just for an ending, not a cliffhanger. This would have been kind of a fun.
Stylistically, yeah. Stylistically, I agree.
Yeah, because think about it. The episode's called "Everyone Has a Copplepot," and we see Copplepot at the end. That would have been kind of neat.
Yeah, right.
But the point is, you see, there's one last thing real quick. Again, just the idea of everyone has a Copplepot. So again, we saw Loeb's Copplepot. We mentioned how the cops their dirty secrets in their Copplepots, and of course, Mooney is kind of, in terms of being kind of an apprentice. And again, I mentioned the whole her trying to do the Penguin thing of being Maroni's Copplepot. She is now Dollmaker's Copplepot.
Right, exactly.
Which I think is interesting, and just overall, I like it. Just overall direction I hope the series is going. I'll mention this more when we get to the last episode. That I do like the idea that I hope they're going to be strengthening, because it's been weak now and again on the show that we explore Gotham through these interesting characters and see how they represent the city and how they affect the city, and I like how we're kind of getting that through these characters. Their different perspectives kind of combining to make the overarching Gotham City. So I'm hoping that gets stronger by the end of the series. Makes a nice puzzle, seeing how each of them have left their mark in the city.
Almost kind of like a pulp kind of comic book version of the Wire.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Much less ambitious, but I see where you're going with.
So,
okay,
yeah.
So I guess we've kind of covered our tracks a little bit. You want to take us out?
Sure. So remember, kids, no matter how dark and scary the world may be right now, there will be light. There will be light.
Until next time, when we go exploring Gotham yet again. Super secret blackmail horde here.